Oh, my lovelies! Welcome to my channel and my art studio. I am Mrs. B, your Catholic art teacher. Last week, boys and girls, was a wonderful week. We celebrated Holy Mary Week. And you designed this beautiful depiction of the Immaculate Conception with our Blessed Mother in Saint Anne's tummy, and which meant that she was born without sin. She was conceived without sin. And so, boys and girls, today we're going to do another great person that we all know and we're familiar with, and his name is Santa. But this did you know, boys and girls, that Santa is actually named after a saint, you know? And so we're going to do a drawing after this wonderful saint, and his name is Saint Nicholas. So we're going to start with his headpiece that goes in the form of this kind of shape like this, lovely shape like that. And then we have another one coming this way like that. Goes down like that. And yeah, we have the cross like that. And then we're going to have his lovely friendly eyebrows, lovely merry eyes like that, very happy, gleeful eyes, and a lovely round nose. And we have this moustache looking like this, and his very jolly mouth going hoo hoo hoo. His beard. Yeah, boys and girls, we know Santa as being this man, a bearer of gifts, and Saint Nicholas, he was the first Santa, and you know, has become commercialized. But there is a beautiful story behind Saint Nicholas. He is born of wealthy family, you know, they were very wealthy in the village, and his parents brought him up to be a very great Christian young boy. And after his parents died after an epidemic in his country, and Saint Nicholas, his parents, at a very young age. He was very young. He was a young boy growing up. So a lot of his growing up had to be done on his own, you know. And yeah, so when he was, looking for a purpose in life, before he even became a bishop, you know, Saint Nick heard of this man in his village, and he had 3 beautiful daughters who was of the age to get married. But this man, this father, he was in financial ruin. Unfortunately, he was not able. He didn't have enough money, capital, to fund his girl's wedding. So what happened in those days was that if you don't have enough money to fund your daughter's wedding, the daughters usually end up in the streets, and the father really didn't want that, and so he cried about this, you know. It was a terrible thing that was happening. And when Saint Nick got to hear about it, obviously, when Saint Nick's parents died, they left him with a wealthy, a good fortune. You know, he it was a considerable amount of money. And yeah, so Saint Nick decided that he was going to help this man to pay the dowry for his the daughter, for the man's daughter. And so what he did, he in the dead of the night, you know, he collected some of his money that he had, and he put it in a bag and he sent it through a window. So the next day when the family found the money, they were very happy, and they were able to marry one of the daughter, but there was, you know, the other two. And so what happened was Saint Nick went again. The family was so happy that the father especially was happy that his daughter would not have to end up not in the streets. Nobody, a parent would never want the daughter in the streets. So it was wonderful that Saint Nick was able to help this family, you know, to help them to pay the dowry. So and they were so happy. So he decided that he's going to help the other two daughters. And so what happened? He went in the dead of the night. So on the second occasion, you know, so two of the daughters were able to get married. And then on the third occasion now, this dad wanted to know who this kind person was. Who is this kind person who's, you know, going out in the dead of the night to share love? And when he caught the person after they threw the bag in through the window, and when he to his amazement, it was Nicholas. And Nicholas begged the man not to tell anybody, because he wanted to be, he didn't want anybody to know, you know, he wanted to remain anonymous. So when he eventually, this man told everybody, because that's how we get to know about him today, you know, Saint Nick. But it was such a wonderful gesture that he did it again and again for all three daughters. So yeah, it was you know, something that he was remembered for a lot, because he was very kind. His parents were like that. His parents brought him up to be very kind and considerate. And so, you know, that is the way he was brought up. So, you know, you can say the apple didn't fall far from the tree, so to speak, because he really had a kind and generous heart, just like his mother and father. But because they died very early in life, you know, they left him their wealth, you know, he decided that he will use the money for a good cause and to help people who needs this help. And there we are, and that's the story of Saint Nick. He is the patron saint of children, you know, and he was known for helping a lot children, people who were poor. He also helped, he was the patron saint of sailors. I think I remember that a story where the waves were really bad, and the people who were in the ship, they were frightened because they thought they were going to lose their life, and Saint Nick came to the rescue. And he's a patron saint of sailors, a patron saint of children, and he's you know, he's well loved because of his kindness, his kind heart, his considerable and kind heart. And during Christmas time, he would especially help the unfortunate, and that's why that tradition went down through commercialization, and nowadays we have Santa, who is well commercialized, but far from being Saint Nick. Saint Nick was a good man. He was very, very kind and loving, and you see, contrary to Saint Santa, he had a love for Jesus. He had a devotion to God because he was brought up by good parents who showed him the way, showing devotion and stuff to Jesus and to Jesus and God, and so yeah, this is the story of Saint Nick. So I'll post the end of my painting for you to see, so that you'll be able to paint him the best that you can, as close as you can, and you can share with me. God bless and have a happy Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Congratulations to the following students who are featured in my YouTube channel. You'll be receiving this certificate soon. And congratulations to the students featured here with a rainbow star sticker. You will be receiving a special certificate with a copy of my original Marian painting for your lovely artwork of our Blessed Mother Mary for Holy Mary Week. Hip, 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 hooray!